Hello and welcome to another game of the AtoD 3rd edition, and we are going to be seeing 4 matches today. That's right, we're going to be seeing 3 of those, including mouse sports. We're going to see iCCup once, Empire twice, HWA once, and the retry. We're also going to see that one. So let's see. First, mouse sports versus iCCup, as that is the one that we're seeing right now. I will maybe be joined by with a co-caster in the next game, but for now, I don't have a co-caster, unfortunately.
10
but
seconds remaining.
Doesn't matter, because we will be entertained by the teams regardless of co-caster or not. Because I mean, AtoD, we've had a couple of games already, so I'm starting to learn more about how these teams are thinking about which heroes they don't want to ban, which heroes they do want to pick up for their opponent's team, etc. As we have seen Meepo and Medusa basically banned in every single game that we saw. Before I jump myself into the draft further, I will firstly quickly go over the rules, because I mean, I know you know it's Reversed Captainsmode, that's why it's Dota and Reversed, you know, Reversed Captainsmode. Teams draft for each other. What you see now is, I mean, you see that mouse sports now has a turn to ban. When iCCup has a turn to pick, you see the white line around the portrait of iCCup, but the hero that they pick up appears on the side of mouse sports. So that's something that you just have to you know, realize. So the heroes that you see on the side of the teams are actually the ones that are drafted by the other team. And next to that, I mean, it's not only there, it's not only picking heroes for your opponent team, it's also picking specific heroes for your opponent team, because you want to have, you have to have, let's put it that way, you have to have a strength, intelligence hero, and an agility hero. So one of each attribute has to be picked for your opponent. And next to that, you have to pick 2 ranged heroes for your enemy team. And that goes, of course, both ways. So for now, we see mouse sports having 1 ranged, 1 intellect hero. So, or the iCCup getting that one out of the way. As we actually had once where at some point a hero was still needed, which was needed to be a strength and a ranged, and all the ranged strength heroes were already out of the pool, because there's only 2 of those in there. That being the Wisp and the Huskar. We have a Spectre pickup very early on. I have to say, Spectre has been having a quite high success rate in these games that we have seen. I almost dare to say 100%, but I'm not entirely sure anymore. But she's already won a couple of times. And that's just because in these games you have to realize that normally you're not going to be having a lot of shutdown. You're going to be having probably a lot of carries that can't do that much in the lane. And that means that the game is probably going to last for quite a while, because you can't get a clear advantage very early on. And if you don't get a clear advantage early on, the game does last long enough, it's going to come down to which kind of carries you do have. And a Spectre is then a really solid one that can just continue to farm and then hunt in whenever there's an engagement somewhere. As mouse sports give iCCup a Treant Protector. Now, we have seen him being banned out, but I have to say, I like Treant Protector. I like him. He has got, I mean, his living armor is incredibly powerful. So that's already a good one, especially if you only have, I mean, you only have like click heroes, at least. For now, look at that. That is already 2 ranged heroes picked up on the side of, or picked up for the side of mouse sports. iCCup drafting that. They need only 1 more strength hero, and then they don't have to worry about the rules anymore. But Treant Protector is a fairly decent hero early game. I have to say though, like I just said, you might be not getting that much in the lane, and you will then having to go for a late game. Treant Protector late game, it's not really that powerful. Why no sound in Dota TV? That is not good. I will get myself sound in Dota TV, as I am bad at doing that, as I didn't only do that. Oh my god. There we go. And back to the game. I have changed it. Sorry, people in Dota TV, changed. Sorry, got sound on now. My bad. So, hello, welcome people inside Dota TV. Sorry for that one. I didn't really mean to mute myself. Normally I have it on, as you know. You hopefully know anyways. But yeah, we have got ourselves a Treant Protector. If he gets some farm up, which he probably is not, he's probably going to be played as a support, but if he does, I mean, he has a disable. It's a pretty solid disable as well, and I kind of like Terrain Protector, as I just told the stream as well. So far, oh dear, like if this game lasts long, there's two edges. If this game lasts long, the Terrain Protector is not going to do that much, but this Phantom Lancer and the Spectre are going to do quite a bit. Yeah. It is going to be Necrolite that is the disable on the set of Mouseport, so they already have that one. As by the way, the Skeleton King and the Bloodseeker were the last two bans for the first banning phase. We're now in the second banning phase. This is quite interesting to see, because iCCup still needs an intelligent hero and 2 ranged heroes. So what they are going to do is they're going to be banning out the ranged intelligence that they don't want to play, like a Death Prophet. And Huskar, another ranged hero they don't want to play. It's kind of interesting to see that Mouseport actually bans out the Wisp, because, I mean, they don't need any more range. They already got 2, so iCCup probably wasn't going to draft that for them. But they do need another strength hero, so Mouseport's going to be banning out the strength heroes that they don't want to play. Is then still one of them that they don't want to see. iCCup, one last ban incoming is going to be a ranged, probably an intellect. Well, most likely an intellect. Unless you want to go for agility still, but like you already got 3 agility heroes, so giving a 4th might be nice, because agility heroes normally require quite a bit of farm.
10 seconds remaining.
But maybe, yeah, if there's really an agility hero range that you really don't want to be facing, then that's okay.
Reserve time.
But we'll find out. They're taking their time going into reserve time for this. Mouseport so far the only team that really ticked down heavily in their reserve time, only got 21 seconds left, but iCCup can still take their time. I mean, how are they gonna run this? Phantom Lancer is actually a pretty decent hero for solo offlane, in theory, I'm gonna say, because he has got an escape. He can farm with his lance, though not that well, but still, and they really don't want to be having the sniper given to them, so that's what they ban out. We still don't have a really solid mid-ish hero for iCCup, but that's going to be probably one of the ranged ones that they're still going to be getting from Mouseports. And Mouseports have got Necrolite, which could be a decent mid. Morphling is a very strong mid laner. Could be a very strong mid laner, anyways, depending on what he's up against. But he is definitely not bad. And Faceless Void can just, of course, continue to farm. Necrolite is probably going to be played as a support here. Normally, if you see a Necrolite in actual competitive play in the normal games, in a normal Dota match, you'll probably see a Necrolite that goes for the farm, or that goes for a very high tanky sustainable build. You can't really do that in this mode because you don't have the luxury of getting him farmed up, because you don't have any supports.
Reserve time.
Or at least you don't expect to get any supports. And there is the last strength hero that Mouseports do not want to have. It's going to be the Ursa. They want to, of course, try to get something that has disable. And let's see what iCCup is going to draft for them. They only, like I said, have to worry about one more strength hero, and then it doesn't matter anymore. So they can also pick up anything they want right now. They can actually... Nah, that probably is not the right idea. Like, I was thinking maybe they want to pick up a ranged hero that they don't want to play and give it to Mouseports, just so that Mouseports have to draft something else for iCCup, but I don't think you want to be giving an extra range than you have to, because ranged heroes are quite nice to have. If you have got a... Like, normally lanes in this mode, they're not going to be strong lanes, and ranged heroes definitely do make a difference. So I'm kind of expecting a melee hero still out for iCCup, and it's gonna be the Phantom Assassin. Now, we have seen a Phantom Assassin, and Phantom Assassin actually is a fairly decent solo offlane. The same reason for the Phantom Lancer, although then better, because she has gotten, well, better with the farming because her lance is just way shorter cooldown and less mana, etc. But a bit less effective with the escape, though she can, of course, jump herself away to a creep if the creep wave is there. She can get herself away. So that's probably gonna be her job. She's not going to be having that big of an impact later on, and if you look at the lineup for iCCup, like, who is she going to pick off? If she gets crits, if she gets lucky, she's still not going to be able to burn through Spectre or Treant or Phantom Lancer, but she is going to be able to burn through Zeus. She definitely is. Zeus, though, one of these heroes that you can place mid, and you can actually, he can snowball. He's one of those snowballing heroes, and if you're gonna be having a lineup that has got 3 heroes that require quite a bit of farm, Morphling, Faceless Void, Phantom, Assassin, you don't want a hero that can actually snowball a bit, or at least get that momentum for your opponent team in the early game, because that would just hurt you. Let's see what iCCup is gonna draft for Mouseport last. It has to be a strength hero, can be anything melee or ranged, but strength is required.
Reserve time.
And do they want to give away the disable? There's not that many strength heroes that actually don't have a disable.
5.
Oh, my bad. That Ursa is indeed agility. It's kind of awkward actually that they. Ursa is strength. Ursa, can't see that. I think he is agility. Yeah, there. It is a chat that sounds right. Ursa's intellect. Quite awkward to see Mouseport's banning him out then actually. But Slardar is gonna be the one. We actually have seen Slardar before in this tournament, and I have to say he was victorious.
10 seconds remaining.
And the reason for that is okay, you know, he has got a stun that, you know, he has to actually walk up to his target before he gets it. But if he gets a blink dagger up at some point, he'll definitely be able to be that big initiator that you might want to have. And more importantly, he combines stuff very nicely with the Phantom Assassin. There's going to be a lance, sorry, a dagger in her case, Phantom Assassin, Phantom Lancer. Okay, that's going to cause some issues. But the lance is going to be the dagger, wow, is going to be slowing the target down. Slardar can haste towards the target or just walk up towards the target and crush. It is a fairly potent hero in that sense, as we have got ourselves probably a bit of a remake, as we are going to be having a remake for Fly, because we only had, well, we had someone that couldn't connect back in, so we'll just be going there, as Klinks was the last one to get picked up there on the side of, well, picked up on the side of Mousesports for iCCup, let's put it that way. So I'm just already going into the lobby. I mean, I just figure I leave this in the draft in the VOD, because probably the drafting phase is one of the more interesting aspects of the Reversed Captainsmode. I mean, the draft is going to determine so much, or at least, well, I thought the draft was going to determine quite a lot, but I was kind of surprised at the first game I casted for the AtoD that the draft, I mean, it meant a lot, yeah, but in the end, it ended up to be a very even game. While it didn't start out that way, and I guess maybe one team could have capitalized better on their advantages, but in the end, it turned out to be a very even game, and it's very enjoyable. We are going to be waiting for iCCup to connect back in and to start the game again, as we have got the Nino actually now standing in on the side of Mousesports, with Alex not being here. Leap. Oh, he left again. Well, just waiting for one for iCCup, and then we can go. But yeah, I kind of like it clings. It clings. I don't know. I don't think that's the way to do it. By the way, as the chat points out, you're gonna have and Zeus's ulti and Spectre's ulti, and all of a sudden the entire enemy team is down to half HP. If they can capitalize on that, then that will definitely be something that that Mousesports is gonna regret giving away. Just pointing out, as I see a lot of confusion in the chat, this is a Reversed Captainsmode tournament. That means that that Mousesports have drafted heroes for iCCup. iCCup therefore getting the Zeus, the Klinks, the whoa, am I really gonna try to name them all? Phantom Lancer, the Treant Protector, and the Spectre. That is what Mouz drafted for iCCup. iCCup drafted for Mouz, and they gave away the Faceless Void, the Morphling, the Necrolite, the Slardar, and the Phantom Assassin, and I can't believe I just did that. I am applauding myself, and I'm giving myself a pat on the shoulder. Yay. So, that is why you see these awkward drafts. That is why we see a lot of carries, because of course the teams try to make sure that the enemy team can't do anything with their heroes early on, so they just have to, you know, wait for their gold to flow in with the automatic gold rather than trying to farm heavily, etc. They don't have any real support, so they have to sack one of the heroes to actually be a support, which will not be a support that you are normally comfortable with. Hello, welcome back people inside the Dota TV as well, because of course you didn't know that there was a remake. Well, actually you did, but you didn't hear me talk while the remake was going on. But we are going to be having an all-pick version, as the people are just going to be picking up their heroes and seeing what they are going to be doing with their lanes. Now, Tree and Protector, he can be on an off lane as well. We've seen him in the off lane actually beat on. Well, I think the most often that I've seen him in the off lane was when he was played by Wagamama when it was still Skonus Elite. Was a while back. But we still have seen him as an offlaner, but I think he's actually going to be the one that's going to be the support, purely because he probably fulfills that role best. And that means also that the Phantom Lancer and the Spectre are going to be getting some farm there. Kalinks might be an offlane as well, might be a safe lane. They might go for an aggressive tri-lane, something that we have seen a lot. Aggressive tri-lanes in this mode, purely because you know that you are not going to be up against a lane up that has a lot of disables or something like that, and if you think you have the better early game with even with the crappy heroes that you get, then having that aggressive trail lane might really work out for the best. But let's see who's gonna be playing what. We have got Puss, he's gonna be playing the Phantom Assassin. We've got Fada on the Morphling, so we will be seeing the Morphling going towards the mid lane. The Nina will be on the Necrolite. And we're gonna see Koikva playing that Slardar and Black on the Faceless Void. Who would have thought that one? And actually they swapped, and this is interesting. I like this. What's it, the swapping? Can you stop swapping? Because that's what teams have been doing a lot lately, just swapping to confuse the enemy team. But it looks like we're going to be seeing a bit of a support Phantom Assassin, and maybe still an aggressive tri-lane coming off for Mouz as well, as Fada is still going to go to the mid lane. And I like this. I said during the draft, the Necrolite, if you see him in competitive play, is going to be built as a tanky hero, and he's going to be needing his farm and experience. Though in this mode, I have only seen him as a support so far. But I think here he's going to be that tanky hero that I was talking about, because he is going to be going solo mid. We have seen Black going on the solo safe lane before with anti-mages. Faceless Voids, I don't think we have seen that, but he is basically working the same thing. He can of course escape with the time walk, but one thing that he has to be worried about is that there is going to be an aggressive tri-lane coming up from iCCup as well. We're going to be seeing that aggressive tri-lane here as well. Koitva will be the one to take the farm, Pass will be the one to harass with the dagger, and of course, like I said, the combination of the dagger and the stun is pretty potent, so we're going to be seeing them trying to get that off, and then Koitva trying to steal all the last hits with the V-Firm over the top. Let's see what exactly iCCup is running for us here. Jackal is going to be on the safe lane solo, farming it up, going to be trying to stay alive up against that aggressive tri-lane. We're going to be seeing in the mid lane, it is Resolution on the Zeus. He is up against the Necrolite. Not an easy hero to take down. Always Want to Fly is going to be on the Phantom Lancer, going to be moving towards the top lane probably, as we have got a bit of a rotation going off already. It is going to be Slaughter as well as Past coming off from the side. You're going to go for Resolution. There will be a dagger, and there will probably be a crush also if he gets to be in range, but we'll see. In the meantime, I think that Black is actually doing okay. Yeah, here we go. There comes the crush, and this could actually be no. And hello, Tree and Protector. Welcome to the party. Tree and Protector is being played by We Just Zig. Mag on the Spectre, and Always Want to Fly, like I said, on the Phantom Lancer. Mag is gonna try to take the farm here, I would expect, and We Just Zig is gonna just try to harass Black a bit. Black is getting his experience for free though, at least. I mean, that's the upside of having. You know, you're up against an aggressive tri-lane that's a solo lane. That's very difficult. But it's not that difficult if the enemy doesn't have any ways to shut you down, and you know you can always time walk away. And that's a bit more difficult for the side of Jackal here. That's a bit more difficult for iCCup, because they do have to deal with that disable. They do have to deal with that crush. Oh, look at the harassment that Jackal can throw at Koikva though. Oh, Jackal gonna be able to go invisible anyways. They're trying to force it out from him. Crush will still be there. This is just harassment though, and he will be able to get healed up by the tree as well. I mean, like I said, this is just gonna be happening continuously, as Black is actually going for Always Want to Fly here. He has to be careful now though. We Just Zig his attack damage is so incredibly big. Needs only one more hit, maybe. No, not one more. The dagger will do the job. If it reaches him, it does, but the time walk was first, so the damage is not there, and Black gets himself away. Very low on life, but doesn't give away the first blood, and almost got Always Wanna Fly. I mean, even the creeps helped him out a bit. iCCup. Gonna be continuing to farm without Black there, but at least, well, they don't get the first blood just yet. In the meantime, we also had Pass going down very low. Jackal making sure that he's getting the control of the lane. Look at that, Koikfa is probably already forced to get something in his strength, I was gonna say, morphing into his strength. First blood goes to Fada in the mid lane, Zeus goes down, and the haste rune up on the Slardar, helping out with the crush, making sure that Fada could get that last hit in, gets himself a salve up, and will just be able to get his bottle, and will be there for having a very nice mid lane resolution. Has a bottle as well, and I earlier said that Necrolite wants to be a tanky sustainable hero, and that's of course something that is not really good for the Zeus, because he wants to burst people down and then just harass them to death basically with his lightning bolt, but he can't really do that for now, and he probably won't be able to do that at all. There's not that many heroes that he can just burst down on the set of mouse sports. Maybe Morphling at the moment, but yeah. Morphling is actually still around there. I was kind of thinking he was gonna go back, but he gets the bottle, so he will be healing up. I mean, this is dangerous if that resolution would already be level 5 as well, almost level 6 perhaps, which he's not, I know, but you know, the risk is there, and the ultimate would be killing him off. Black in the meantime, 7 for 1, not getting that many last hits, but he's getting experience, that's all that he wants really. Out leveling the trial lane by quite a bit, as we see him almost level 4, while Mag is still level 3.5. And looks like they're gonna dive Jackal. Jackal in some trouble, goes invisible. Do they have something? They have got the dust pass, it's not gonna pop it though. And there's the heals also coming off for Jackal, and that's gonna be a Daggle popping off the salve. That's a nice one at least, but the heals from the tree and protector will still be there. In the meantime, this all melee aggressive trial lane is very friendly to Black. Such a survivable hero, really, and it puts another level in his stun just to go on the aggressive side. He's backtracking enough damage as it is, so why not, right? Black gonna have to be careful though. I mean, the lance can slow him down quite a bit. And he might be he might be getting chased then, of course. The dagger there, well, I guess for now he doesn't really have to worry just yet. In the meantime, resolution, level 5, 23 for 3, while Fada sitting on 19 for 4, so Fada still fairly in, well, a bit behind. But he of course has got the first blood, so did get that first blood money, as we do finally have Jackal going down. And I do realize that this is the second kill that I missed, but this is such an awkward way of playing games that I am not yet totally well, I don't really know how to say that, but transferred into the new way of playing. New way of finding out where the kills are gonna be happening. Black though gonna get a lance, but so far it doesn't seem like he's really worried. Still has the time walk, and actually was thinking about going a bit aggressive but Always Wanna Fly. Mag though, full of mana, full in HP, and might be going for that. A dagger might be helping out. It is gonna be hitting. There is indeed this time the hit, but it is not gonna be enough for Mag to get some damage. Tower harassment, gonna be getting the heal. Living armor helping out Black. Time walking away. In the meantime, Jackal on the bottom lane having some trouble, but he gets himself invisible this time. The dust was still on cooldown from the previous time, only just went off on the setup pass. There's something that Jackal has to be careful about. In the meantime, Zeus is level 6, so we will have him helping out. The one downside though for the Zeus in the lineup that Mouseport have, well, apart from the one that I already said, is that there are not that many heroes that you can easily burst down, but you also don't really have you can't really hope to kill off a Faceless Void with your ulti, because the backtrack is always going to be there. We have got Jackal in a lot of trouble again. There's the dust, they want to go for him, and there's the liver armor trying to help out Koikfa with the double damage rune, and this should be another kill. There we go, it is Morphling that picks it up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And a fairly clear, easy kill for Mousesports. Getting that control and getting that pressure going. In the meantime, on the middle lane, Resolution getting dove in here as Fada tries to go for something. Has now not got enough mana anymore for his Reaper Scythe. But he has got himself, of course, the bottle, so will be getting himself back on mana as well as on HP. His Resolution just tried to burst him down a bit. 1k gold upon Zeus will be able to pick up mana boots if he wants to, which he probably does. Empty bottles, plenty on the side of Mouse Sports. Gonna be going top. Before the salve, probably. Black wants to really have a salve. I mean, we saw the tower going down on the top lane also. I mean, it wasn't denied. Both towers on the long lane of the teams have gone down, so towers are even. Gold graph, fairly even. I mean, tower for one, tower for the other, right? It's basically the way it goes. As we have got Zig coming here in the middle lane. Fada has to be a bit careful. He doesn't really have an escape, of course, but he does out-level these supports quite heavily. And if you look at the levels of Mouse Sports players, of Mouse Sports heroes that are playing as support, we have got Slardar, been involved in all 3 kills, doing really well for himself, but he is still also level 4 because he roamed around a lot. And we've got the Phantom Assassin also level 4, so the levels on the supports are all level 4. But one of these kills in the mid hero can totally change this around. The lance is gonna hit. Are they gonna be able to chase it down though? It doesn't look like it. And Fada actually thinking about coming in. Crush up on Resolution. Resolution in a lot of trouble. Reaper Scythe helping out. Past jumping in. It is the living armor that helps keep Resolution up, but is it going to be enough? No, it is not. It is Fada that gets the last hit with the pulse that was still coming in. Here comes Mag, looking for a kill. Is going to be seeing his teammate go down first, though. Phantom and Lancer dropping, and now Mag gonna run for his life. Gonna get a weave form at his back. Quakefac coming in, wants to go for another kill. Zig running for his life. I don't think he's going to be able to, even though he might be healed up by his abilities. No, he cannot. It is Quakefac that gets himself a kill. 0-7 in favor of Mouse Sports as they just counter-initiated that mid lane and made the best of it and basically had everybody involved apart from Black, who was still farming top, and get themselves a nice couple of kills. There were actually 4 kills for them. Everybody that was there died. Quakefac, Trouble, Jackal. Morphing into strength. He's now out of mana though. Jackal might be able to do this, but he doesn't have any points in strafe, so doesn't even... I can't even attack a bit faster to try and get him, and Quakefac is gonna be just fine instead. I mean, Klink's not really getting that much gold in that bottom lane. Of course, he died twice. Could have been worse. Resolution died twice also. That's probably a bit worse. As we see the net worth difference, it is incredibly high in favor of Quakefac's Morphling. In the meantime, Fada just keeping his pressure on the mid lane, getting harassed a lot here though, getting forced to use his pulse, and actually is going for the Mechanism Force team. As I said, that's the tanky kind of build that you want to have on your Necrolite. Mechanism pipes. Sometimes you even see Vanguard purely just because you want to be extra tanky. Resolution might be trying to go for this if a Lance comes, but nope. A level 2 Lance would have been not enough anyways, but now it's level 3. Who knows what can happen next? Always want to fly. If the game lasts long enough, he's still going to be that very, well, annoying hero for Mouse Sports to deal with. But for now, Mouse Sports have got the upper hand. In the meantime, Jackal's going to go down again. And yeah. I guess, I mean, Mouse Sports drafted the Klinks after the Slardar was drafted for Mouse Sports themselves, so they could just pick up an invisibility hero knowing that they had a counter against that. I mean, the Nino is gonna be very happy that he can play this role. I mean, he's playing as support Slardar. Oh, the dust goes, and the amplified damage is gonna be there as well. There we go. Vision is there, and living armor trying to help him out. There's no tower anymore to TP to though. He just has to keep on running, and he can't do that. Morphling gets the kill. And oh, actually, that's a kill that the Nino didn't even get an assist with. I was gonna say, like, he's been in most of the kills so far, but he's been now in 6 out of the 9 kills. Hasn't died yet a single time. Actually, everybody of Mouse Sports hasn't died yet because there's no kills yet on the side of iCCup. But this is Mouse Sports looking really strong right now, and iCCup, they need more time. Tree, what you doing, Tree? Just trying to do what he can, I guess, healing up his allies and towers alike. Mag really having that much. I mean, the highest net worth on the side of iCCup is gonna be that Zeus, and Zeus just got mana boots and his and a bottle. And this is normally the time when a Zeus is most powerful. But well, yeah, he is dead. Kind of tries to do what he can before he goes down, but he can't really live through this.
Your flesh spoil
In the meantime, on the top lane, Spectre goes down. That was Faceless Void using the Chrono to get that. And Black getting himself a solo kill with that. That's his first kill in the game. And Mousesports, even though this is Reversed Captainsmode, they're just doing the same thing as they normally do when they have a normal game. Just going for that 4+1 build and have Black farming somewhere while the rest of his team is taking the game. And is distracting everybody from going up on Black. As, yeah, that was always one of Fly going down there as well. The Phantom Lancer once again not victorious, and I mean, 12 minutes in, you can't really expect him to be able to do that much because he needs that farm and he's not getting anything. In the meantime, we see Jackal looking for something. Almost got himself Fada, but is now forced to back off. The dust actually still hits him. The amplified damage could be still there too, but we see Jackal running for his life. Amplified damage is gonna be there, but it's only gonna be giving the vision and they can't really chase it anymore. Fada getting smoked up. That is actually quite dangerous for him to still be here, but he is trusting in the ability for Jackal to run very fast, so wouldn't be in range to pop the dust off anymore. In the meantime, on the top lane, Koikfa and Black trying to lay down some pressure on the tier 2, as actually Jackal still hanging around there. Gonna be having to force away. Wanted to just take some farm there, can't do it. And that is gonna be the mechanism ready up on the Necrolite. Always wanna fly, what you're doing there. He has to be careful. Resolution trying to do what he can, gets a dagger in the face, and the back actually crushed, gonna hit as well, and that's not gonna, that living armor is not gonna keep him up. There's the Haunt though, looking to go for someone. They're gonna go for Quakefire, perhaps dagger is gonna still happen on the Nino, and Mag gonna try to follow him down, but the crush actually picks up Mag instead. Kaling still picks up Slaughter, but at what cost, you'd ask? And now Jackal getting bashed, getting daggered, getting lanced. You're getting everything and getting killed off. It is always one of Fly that is running for his life. And Black actually using his Chrono to get away from Resolution, who was about to land another lightning if he could. He's getting hold in place and goes down to the Reaper Scythe of Necrolite after pass. Throws in a bit of extra damage to get that damage on going there. One kill only so far on the side of iCCup. That was that Slaughter that went down. But, yeah. This is looking to be going pretty convincingly in Mousesport's favor. And I wouldn't actually, like, would I say outdrafted? Perhaps. I'm kind of in dubio on this one because I see the strengths in both teams. I see the weaknesses in both teams. But I guess Mouse's heroes are a bit more attuned to the heroes that they picked up for iCCup. So they saw which heroes they got, and they made sure that the heroes they got against them were weak. So when picking up the Zeus, they already knew that they wanted to run the Necrolite in the mid lane, probably. And they picked up the Zeus for Resolution, of course, and the Necrolite was the first one that they got handed by iCCup. And they just made sure that the lanes that they were going to have were stronger for them, purely by those last two picks. Those last two picks made a huge difference for Mousesport's lineup, because they won the mid lane because of that, they won the bottom lane because of that, and they didn't even need to win the top lane. I mean, you knew they probably were. Wait a second, Resolution, you're dead, I think. Ooh, one more hit. Ooh, maybe he's gonna stay alive. Nino. Oh, lands a crush. Gonna be giving himself away a kill. Wow, English. Yeah. There goes the Haunt trying to go for Fada, but Fada is super fast because he still has that haste rune. We just see gonna be landing a leech sheet, but it's not gonna be able to chase that one. Kalinx, of course, still went down to that, but oh, Mag, trouble! Is he gonna go down, or is living armor gonna be enough? It is not gonna be enough, and he goes down. Koifa looking for always wanna fly right now. Reaper Scythe helping out, and that's gonna indeed be giving Fada another kill. Double kill for him as Koifa morphing into agility gets himself a Ghost Scepter. And that is gonna be Max, still coming in again and going down again after buying back. Not really ideal, as Black now finally comes into play, and he is gonna be getting another kill. Well, he actually didn't get it himself, but he still helped getting one. He now has assists, actually, rather than anything else. But, I mean, those last two pickups from Mousesports were just really spot on. And it offers a bit of extra dimension from the games that we've seen so far. We're going to be having another game after this. Actually, we're going to have 3 other games after this. So we're going to be seeing Mousesports taking on the Retry, which is, of course, the team of PGG, who is now down 2 games in this group stage for Europe in the AtoD. We're gonna afterwards see Mouz versus Empire. And then last but not least is gonna be Empire taking on the Turkish team HWA. So those are the games that we're still gonna be seeing. Mouz Sports first up against the retry. So stick around for that one, as this is of course the Reversed Captainsmode AtoD tournament organized by Ham Sandwich. So show him some love. You can follow him on Twitter, for example, on Ham Sandwich Dota. And I mean, he does this all by himself, so showing him some love is definitely worth it. And I know that yesterday I said that Toby was gonna be casting today's games, but he was not able to make it, so once again I'm standing in for him. But the games happening later on in this tournament will be casted by him, so just so you are aware. For now though, for today, you're gonna have to deal with me, though of course also Boberg is casting in English, as I believe some of the later games will also be covered by Epi, who is gonna be jumping in then. But first, we will see another game of Dota. Mouz Sports, well, can I call it Dota? AtoD, we can call it AtoD. Mouz Sports taking on the retry in the next matchup. Stick around.